Hello, good morning. Okay, even though as of yesterday I have this prayer memorized, at least for yesterday, I am going to hold this paper in my hand like a blankie today as I try again. I can't believe our candle is almost at its end. Aphrodite is, oh, her month is, it feels so short, but that's okay because in May we've got Oshun, and I kind of feel like Aphrodite and Oshun take over all of spring in my world. So, there are way worse things than coming to the end of April. And we're now steadily into Taurus season. Everybody, shake your hips out, go get some ice cream, put on your comfy leggings and your Eton dress and all your jewelry, and we're going to have a good month. All right. Ethereal, illustrious, laughing queen, born of the sea and lover of the night, mother of longing, all connecting, who joins the world in harmony. All things spring from you, O divine power. The triple fates are ruled by your decree. All the works of craft and love yield to your hand. With a smile, O Aphrodite, you sway the all-encircling heavens, the fruitful earth, and the storming oceans. All obey you, all are awed by you, companion of the brumal god, beautiful goddess of marriage, mother of love, lover of the banquet, source of persuasion who grants secret favors, illustrious born, seen and unseen, gentle lover, Lupercal, who smiles upon mortals, prolific, most desired life giver, wielder of the scepter of all the immortals, you bind mortals and every tribe of beasts in magic chains of mad desire. Come, lovely Cyprian, and bless these rites, whether radiant in the heavens or presiding in your temples in Syria, guiding your golden chariot over the dusty banks renowned of old? No, over the sacred floods of Egypt, or dancing on the azure shores by billowing seas with circling choirs of mortals and beauteous nymphs with cerulean eyes, or riding out along the dusty banks renowned of old, or if in Cyprus with your fair mother, where married women yearly come to praise you, and the pure virgins sing hymns to you and to Adonis. Come, divine union, for you I call with holy, reverent mind. So far this week, our divinations are really about paying attention. Listening was on Monday. Yesterday was perception. So there's something we're supposed to be paying attention to. Maybe it's just sort of watchful waiting for signs. I know that many of us were watching very closely the trial of Derek Chauvin, who killed George Floyd, and that yesterday Derek Chauvin was pronounced guilty of killing George Floyd, of murdering him, of exercising lethal and unnecessary force. And I think that there's many of us who are sort of reeling from this with surprise, because in our lifetimes, how often is it that an officer of the law is held accountable for breaking the law? Not very often. Similarly to how wealthy people are not usually held responsible for contributing to the poverty of others, or how medical practitioners are not always held accountable for doing harm to the bodies of humanity. There's a lot of times in our lives where we all kind of have learned just to kind of cluck our tongues and be like, Well, that's never going to happen. But then yesterday, it happened. It happened. So, sending out to everyone who's experiencing surprise and shock and relief and watchfulness about what's going to happen next in regards to accountability for those in the law who violate the law, particularly in a racist fashion. And today, our card is intuition. So, continuing with our sensory awareness, listening, perceiving, and intuiting. Right now, it feels like this divination, daily divination, is very much saying, pay attention, watch closely. Let's see what intuition says. We had this one once before, but in this card, night has fallen, and the spirit of the Greek goddess Selene, symbol of the moon and intuition, pauses in peaceful contemplation. She awaits the guiding voice of inspiration to move through her as she seeks the answer to her predicament. On her right shoulder sits a dove. The dove is the temple's, the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple's familiar for the month of April. So very interesting. On her right shoulder sits a dove, a constant and familiar presence, and a spirit messenger linking the realm of insight to the mortal world. The river beyond glistens in the light of the moon, and like the unconscious mind, contains hidden secrets and new life beneath its mysterious silvery surface. The guiding light of Mother Moon, by her very nature, echoes the cycles of womanhood and female instinct. Intuere is Latin for intuition, and it means to look within or contemplate. In drawing this card, you are being prompted to do just this. Seen through the quiet lens of meditation, intuition can lead to your own knowing. Everyone possesses intuition to varying degrees, but it does not thrive well in the domain of excessive thinking and analysis. While the intellect has its vital place, this card reminds you to look within for your answers. Knowledge is taught, and by contrast, intuition is caught. Taught versus caught. Visualize your mind as an empty chalice to catch the messages springing forth from the fountain of intuition. Since knowledge expounds outwardly, while intuition listens inwardly, by listening, you are more likely to reach wise decisions in the face of adversity or any situation in need of clarity. All of these oracle cards carry symbols which have been designed to trigger insights, and the intuitive faculties for this card are no exception. Look for any clues in the symbols or colors that may have specific relevance to your question. Well, we didn't have a question, but just for guidance for our day, we have an arched bridge over a river with mountain in the distance, a woman wearing an elaborate necklace, two necklaces, in fact, and an elaborate crown with a crescent moon and star at her brow, with the dove perched on her shoulder. So a few things that I can see in this indicate that, this card is similar to the High Priestess card in the Tarot, in that it's got a light side and a dark side. There's also the crown, the diadem that the priestess is wearing. There's the dove on her shoulder. And then she's got her adornments. And one of the things that I think is important for us to really contemplate is how in our everyday lives we might empower certain symbolic tokens, like like a necklace, a stone, a piece of jewelry, a hair clip, a barrette, a pair of earrings, something that we have that we might specifically consecrate, or a piece of clothing that we might specifically consecrate toward our intuition. We might say, okay, this is going to be something that I wear symbolically for the times when I really need to be able to listen to my intuition, for the times when I just am feeling like I have to be extra aware of what's going on the inner plane as well as in the outer plane. So today, let's try to figure out if we have any such item in our jewelry or in our clothing that we could say, I'm going to specifically consecrate this item to serving my intuition. And in times when I might not be feeling super confident in myself, or when things come up that are difficult decisions to make or difficult concepts to really unpack, I'm going to wear this as a way to remind me of my intuition. And I'd also dare say that, in that action, you're not only using this piece of jewelry or this token as a symbol, it also takes on a magical quality, particularly if you choose to consecrate it to a goddess or spirit that you work with who helps you with your intuition. So let's try that today. I'm going to look around and see what will be the symbol of my intuition. I think I know. I have a necklace with a dove on it, so maybe I'll put that on. But we'll see. I'm going to go stand and look at my jewelry and see what speaks to me and says, I will be this magical symbol and talisman. So that's our short bit for today. We're still in watchful waiting with the listening, perception, and intuition. This week is about paying attention to what's going on. And now let's dive into Guanyin practice. We're going to start with 3 prostrations before the shrine of Guanyin. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. and may all violence propagated by those in positions of power over others that is unfair and unjust be addressed, be resolved, and may the balance of power truly in humanity be restored. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. "108 recitations now of Namo Guan Yin Pusa, awakening that perceptive aspect within each of us, that inner Guan Yin, the all-knowing, the all-perceiving. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa. And the brief wind horse practice of Tara by Patru Rinpoche. Lume choksum chidang jetsunma gyalyum pakma drome jintu yi daki tsitso paljur nyandrak nam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kipar kaje wangtang lungta nam nyampa sushing chitu gyalwa long chije lekpe lamdu drowa dang sering neme de dang denjur shi. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, Mother of the Buddhas, noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtang and Wind Horse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may long life, good health, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume choksum chidang jetsunma gyalyum pakma drome jintu yi daki tsetso paljor nyandraknam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kepar kache wangtang lungta nam nyampa sushin chitu gyalwa long chije lekpe lamdu drowa dang sering neme dedang tenjur shi. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, where we just allow ourselves to experience our own natural intuition arising spontaneously and not being stuck with it, not feeling stuck to it, not attached, just receiving. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechin Yeshe Wangmo. Om Swasti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of supreme bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And will dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxian Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and bow to the inner teacher. And if you have counts for today, please put them in the comments. Thank you, Josai. And I'll be back tomorrow. I can't believe we're already halfway through this week. Just paying attention to everything that arises. Bye.